On it's your boy T and Smooth back here with another video. Steelers franchise. It is week 5 and we are going traveling to Buffalo to take on the 3-1 Buffalo Bills. We are currently 2-2. Little look at the standings here. We are now second place in the AFC North, tied second. Bengals are the number 1 team in the NFL. They're 4-0. The only undefeated team left. All the other undefeated teams lost over the weekend last week. We are sitting at number 19 in the NFL. I mean, really, we're 2-2. We're tied probably for 12th, 13th, depending on who we've lost to and stuff. But I think if we can finish, I really want to win the AFC North, but with the Bengals being the number 1 team in the NFL, I would say if we can, as of now, it is week 5, I would say if we can finish second, we'd be doing pretty good. No less than that, though. I do want to go and scout some players here and show you guys kind of who I have added to the watch list. So wide receiver, I know in the last video I said that we're going to be targeting some wide receivers. Okay, so Dennis Burles, he is going to be one of the wide receivers that we are targeting here. We might not get to pick him. He's projected to go first round. I think the highest pick we have right now might be somewhere in the mid first round. Looks like he excels at creating yards after the catch. You'd like to see the RAC. Speed is solid to good. And as of now, we don't know much about him. His injury is a little bit concerning. It is an F. His deep route is a B. His catching is a C. As of now, he's added. I'll leave him. I kind of want to see a little bit more about him. His injury is concerning. I've also added 2 other receivers on here, and that was Wendell McCarthy, which I think we have a good shot at getting. He's projected to go around 1 to 2. Don't know much about him either. Won't know much about these guys until a little bit later on. His short route is concerning, but his release is a B, and his deep route is an A. That's kind of all we know right now. Kind of want to learn a little bit more about him as well. He's from the University of Oklahoma. Then we have a Kansas State man, Montel Lynn, and looks like his deep route is a D, but his catch in traffic is an A and break tackle is an A. So the deep route I can kind of get over as long as his medium route and short route is pretty decent. So I do want to see that. I do want to see the catching ability as well. But we will have to wait and see that here in a few more weeks when we get a little bit more completion there as far as scouting goes. I've also added a couple kickers on here, surprisingly enough. I've added Matthew Hurley from the University of South Carolina and Charlie Poole. Both of them is projected to go undrafted. Most of all kickers and punters in the NFL, on Madden, is going to be projected to go undrafted. Just because not many teams draft. The CPU doesn't usually draft kickers and stuff. So, our punters, like all of these guys, are projected to go undrafted. So these are the top 2 guys that I have my eyes on as of now. Looking at Charlie Poole here from Michigan State. He's 23, has a good weight and height to him, and his skills, kick accuracy is a C, short accuracy on the kick is an A, and then awareness is a B. Obviously, I need to see what his medium accuracy is, kind of go from there. And then Matthew Hurley here, he's also 23, a little bit less on the way. He's from South Carolina here. Looks like his speed's a little bit better too. He might be a better pick, but he's a short accuracy is a C, kick accuracy is an A, and then awareness is a B. So right now, if it stands, if I was to have to draft one tomorrow, I'd draft Matthew Hurley. But we are going to wait them both out and kind of see. Lastly, I've added some left outside linebackers, or maybe it was right. It was right outside linebackers. I've added quite a few here that I'm going to keep my eyes on. So I've added to the watch list Joe Turner, but I'm not going to watch Nathan Poole. But Stephen Allen and DeMarcus Carnington I'm going to watch as well. So that's kind of that. I've also think I've also got a quarterback or 2 on here actually as well. So we'll take a look at them real quick as well. I've got some quarterbacks on here to keep my eye on. It's going to be Alfonso Ross, Ashton Rutledge, Grant Boyce, and Keith Whitmore. We're going to keep an eye on these guys. We'll keep an eye on Dwayne Tolbert here as well from the University of Ohio State. And we'll kind of see what they do from there. Looking at the season stats for our players, Mitch Trubisky, he's not doing awful. 777 yards on 77 completions. That's What are the odds of that happening? And then 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He threw an interception last game and didn't throw a touchdown to make up for it. So we'll kind of go from there. Week by week, we're kind of evaluating Kenny Pickett, see where he plays a role in all this, see maybe if he can start for us. But as of now, our starter is Mitch Trubisky. Still, he's going to be playing his former team with the Buffalo Bills this week. Maybe he'll step it up and step to the game and see what happens. Got George Pickens and Chase Claypool as well. They've been doing pretty good this season, so we'll see how they continue to do. And we're going to go in here to this one. We're going to do the weekly strategy. So this week, I want to focus on, obviously, we got to focus deep passing. Even though his pass rating might be less for that, we got to focus on that with Josh Allen. Also got to focus on him scrambling out of the pocket. Might have to create a few spies there. We will focus on throwing it short. I'm going to keep Kenny Pickett in here because I want to get him as much. Put Preston Williams in here. And we'll put, this week we'll focus on Cameron Sutton. He had a pick last week. See if we can build off of that. But we're going to keep Kenny Pickett in here because I want to see if he can continue to grow and continue to get better each and each week. And like I said, he could potentially be the starter. We'll have to wait and see with that one. As of now, though, our starter is Mitch Trubisky. We have some players to upgrade, and it's going to be Doug. We will go ahead and let the CPU upgrade him on that one. And we'll sit here and we'll head into the game. We are heading into this game 2-2. So we'll see what we can do here. Let's see if there's a cool uniform Bills might wear. I don't really think that they would really wear these uniforms against us, only because the Bills are not really... Well, the Bills and Steelers, I guess, do have a little bit of a rivalry. Color Rush Alternate, what's that? Alternate Classic, we can't wear that, unfortunately. But we don't have any pants to wear either. So we wear our traditional uniform. They're going to wear their traditional uniform. We're going to go out here and see if we can get this win. We do have to keep an eye on Stephon Diggs. He can definitely play a role in this one early and help them find themselves a win. We get the ball to start the game off, and I love playing in Buffalo, man. It's such a nice stadium. The atmosphere is great. Of course, if you're the team that they're playing for, it's playing there for them. Mitch Trubisky takes the field here, along with Najee Harris. There's his numbers on the year. We just looked at those a minute ago. And we will probably start this one out with a run. I know some teams are catching on to what we do first play of the game, but we might change it up soon. But as of now, I like to try to get Najee Harris going early. Oh, and there's a hole, and it closes by Von Miller. What more do you expect on that, right? I guess we'll call a pass here. The last thing I want is another short run. And we'll take a look at that, actually, kind of grow off of it. So Edmonds comes to the side. Either way, that was going to be, this way was still the best way to go, because right here I would have got caught up, not even got a yard probably. So, yeah, that's not where the true line of scrimmage is, by the way. That's where the line of scrimmage is now. As you see, I went down there. The true line of scrimmage was actually 2 yards behind that, so. Oh, man. I try to throw that one away, but our offensive line is going to have to step it up, man. They're playing against a strong defensive line. And, I mean, they're blitzing 6 guys here. Najee Harris didn't pick up Von Miller. There's just nothing you can do there. I had Chase Claypool open. I didn't see it. So, oh, man. And I don't think we're going to get the first down here, but it's worth a shot. And Chase Claypool gets it, and he takes it down to the 34-yard line, 4th and 1. And you know what? We'll call a timeout and talk this one over. But I think after that, that kind of gave our offense a momentum boost. I think we have to go for it. I think you absolutely have to go for it. I mean, the reason I say this is because Buffalo is a good team, right? Buffalo is a very good team, right? We're not going to beat them by playing conservative. We've got to play aggressive. This is a very aggressive play call if I go for this. On the 34-yard line, first offensive drive of the game, this is a very aggressive, but I have no choice. If we want to win this game, we're going to have to be aggressive. I'm going to call a QB sneak here. We're going to try to get it across. And we do. First down, Steelers. You have to play aggressive against the Buffalo Bills. You're not going to beat them playing weak or playing conservative. You can call it that. We're going to audible out of this. I mean, that's getting ridiculous that I call that every first down. I need to get better with that. But you're not going to beat them by playing conservative. And he fell with that one. He could have ran. I only chose to fall with that because I thought that corner right there was going to come in. That's a play call. We got the play clock coming down on us. And no guys open. And that was a bad throw. I should have thrown that one away. We come in and we force them out of bounds at the 8. They're going to come out and score. That was a very bad throw. I was getting pressured, and I tried to get it out there to Miller, but it was just too short. Josh Allen comes out, and that kind of does sting a little bit. Whenever you converted on the 4th down and everything. We could have had Gabe Davis on our team, but we chose to not take that trade. Oh my gosh, that was a bad miss. We came in for the tackle with this, but we just dead missed. Like, he's at the line of scrimmage. I don't know how you missed that, man. But yeah, that kind of stings. You get a 4th down conversion, but then you come out and you can't do nothing with it, and you throw a pick. That kind of stings, but it is what it is. I mean, we'll try to play defense. One more stop, maybe. I don't think we have it in us, but I want to play cover 2 here. I don't think we have this in us, but if we can get a stop, I will be happy. And we do. We get a sack. And they're going to be forced to kick the field goal here. And I did not expect that. I really thought that they would score. Buffalo's offense is explosive. I really thought they would score. Could have maybe blocked that too. That would have been insane. Nonetheless, they get a 3-0 start over us. They get the first score of the game. And we have to get Mitch Trubisky on the right track. And really, his most 2 recent picks, one in last game and then the one in this one so far, haven't really been his fault. I mean, it is due to his inaccuracy, but when you're on the run like that, his throw on the run's not very high. It just, there's not much you can do about it. So I don't really think it's fair to strip him out of a game or to put Pickett in over him just because of something that happens through user error. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, if his inaccuracy continues to be a problem or whatnot, and he continues to go other ways from where we're trying to make it go, we will consider putting his backup in. But as of now, I think we've got to continue doing what we're doing. I mean, not throwing picks, but continue playing him and getting him reps, and getting him better week by week. It's hopefully what we're ultimately going for here. Got to play smart. We passed that one to Sternberger, and he's able to get 3 yards. And now we'll have to try to pick up the first down here. Not going to be easy. And I really didn't want to throw there, but the other guy wasn't open. Don't want to go 3 and out, but I'm not stupid enough to go for it twice on 4th down in the same position of the field. Fortunate that we got it the first time. Don't want to do it again and mess anything up. Stephon Diggs gets that one down at the 24-yard line, and he calls a fair catch. Josh Allen and company is going to come back out, and they're going to try to score a touchdown is what they're going to try to do. It's our job to stop them, though. We're blitzing 5 guys. I don't know how we don't get anything on that. He came in on a big hit there on Crowder. And Buffalo has a good receiving core as well, so it's going to be interesting to see if we can stop them. TJ Watt comes off, and he forces him to throw a pick to Edmonds, and Edmonds is taking it down the field to the 20 and all the way down to the 17 on Terrell Edmonds. Let's go. That was a good play. Very good play there. Terrell Edmonds gets the pick on that one. And it's all because TJ Watt right here. He comes off the block. And, you know, he's under pressure. He tries to make a crossbody throw. Almost gets sacked, and it's just right to Edmonds. Same thing that happened. That's the same exact thing that happened to me on my pick play. I was pressured, and I was forced, basically, to make that throw, and I paid for it. And now the same thing happened to them. So Terrell Edmonds is playing his brother Tremaine Edmonds with the Bills here. And he gets the better of Tremaine Edmonds, quarterback there on that one. Puts us in a good position to score. Najee Harris is going to have a nice little run, and he gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris cut back to the left side of the field there, and he had a blocker, and he got it into the end zone. Chase Claypool got the block on that one. See, he would have got stopped if he tried to go to the right side of the field. So he cuts back to the left side. It's wide open. He has Chase Claypool blocking right there. And then Chase Claypool gets off of that block and comes and blocks. I believe that's that's Micah Hyde. Yep. Comes and blocks Hyde there, and he lets his running back there get it into the end zone on the touchdown on the Bills. Let's go. The wind is a little blowy. On all Madden this year, you can't see your kick meter hardly at all. Or not your kick meter, but where your kick's going to end up. That was a one-play drive, and it was set up all by the pick by Terrell Edmonds. And this is a 7-3 game. We kick it back off to Buffalo here. Still's not going to be an easy game. We still got to play hard here, and we only had 1 touchdown in last week's victory, 2 field goals. We need to get a little bit more than that this week. And he's pressured again, but that time he makes a good throw. Edmonds gets in on the tackle there. Edmonds is having a pretty good game so far. He needs to keep it up, as for everyone. We'll see if we can't cause pressure with Hayward here. Oh, we went for the tackle there for the legs, but we missed. We missed on that one. We're going to play man. Yeah, I think that they're going to run it here. Pretty certain that they're running this one. Yep. We can't get in them, make that much of a stop. I mean, we do only allow 3 yards. But it still was not the stop I was looking for. We'll see if, yeah, we'll still play with Hayward. Hayward's a little slower, though. His acceleration's a little lower for me. And he's going to run this one. And Miles Jack gets him to slide there. That's the only one of the problems I have with QB scrambling is how the linebackers, they don't run. They don't go after the quarterback until you, like, use your switch onto them or something. It's, like, insane. And he throws Witherspoon off like he's a pee-wee football player. Okay. See, Singletary. But no, yeah, the linebackers, they don't run after the quarterback. Like, they just sit there and watch them run out. It's kind of annoying, but I guess if you want something done, you've got to do it yourself, right? Casey Hayward comes in here. He's trying to get off his block. He's still fighting like no other, and he's not going to get off of that block. They do pressure him out, though, and they still somehow get the sack. He had all day to throw, couldn't find a receiver, tried to scramble out, and despite Casey Hayward getting manhandled by the offensive lineman, he still somehow makes a sack. Okay. I'll take it. You know, he had forever to throw. We need to give a little bit of cushion here. And I knew that one was coming. And it sucks that it had to come on 2nd and 20. That matchup just wasn't fair. You had Diggs on Bush. That's not a fair matchup at all. And that sack is all for nothing. But he might get another one here. No, he came off of that pretty hard. But nonetheless, Josh Allen passes to Crowder, and he's able to get it in the end zone for a touchdown on a beautiful pass. And this is what I was talking about. It's hard to play the Bills, especially at home. It's hard to play the Bills. We know the Bills ain't going to give anything easy, especially when their crowd gets involved, right? We see what they did to the Titans in week 2 of the regular NFL season. Absolutely demolished them 41-7. Hopefully that doesn't happen here because we still have 7 on our scoreboard. But the Bills is a really good team. I can see them making the. I can honestly see the Bills making the Super Bowl this year. In real life, I'm talking. Mike Tomlin there giving Najee Harris a little pep talk before he goes back on the field. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year. Doing pretty good. And you know what? We're not going to do the common TN smooth play where we run it on 1st down. We're going to throw this one. We're going to get 8 yards on it. I'll take it. And now we're going to run it. So we flip-flopped him. We're going to run it on 2nd down. He gets 2 yards usually, so hopefully we can pick up a 1st down here. Right? Oh, yeah. We're going to pick up more than that. He's going to get all the way down to the 42-yard line, and we're going to have a 1st and 10. He's coming off of that touchdown. We just need to get him more and more. This might be open here. They might be playing man. Might hit Austin on this one. Yes, but the corner came up on it. That was a bad read once again. And that's 2 picks in this one. That was a terrible read. That was a bad read. And he left Claypool way open. So either one of 2 things happens on this play. Usually Austin will either get open if they're running man. But if they're running zone like we saw there, then Claypool gets a little open for a brief second. So in order for that play to work, I would have had to pass to Claypool right as he was getting open. I didn't do it. I made a bad read, and that's on me. And he passes to Stephon Diggs, and he gets it to the 28. They're torching us. He's only had 1 incompletion. And that incompletion was a pick. Casey Hayward comes in. They don't get the sack. They don't force a bad enough play to result in an interception. They do force a bad pass, though, but it's incomplete. And TJ Watt gets a stop on that one, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Now, if we can get one more stop here, and we can make this a 7-13 ball game, I don't think that's that bad for how bad we've played on offense so far. That's what I'm going for. And we're not going to get it. He gets the first down all the way to the 16. And we're going to have a new set of downs. I could see them going. Casey Hayward comes in. Can't get off his block, though. Warmly, somehow, Josh Allen is just so elite that he gets a great pass on that one, and he gets it down to the 1-yard line. And Zach Moss gets it in. Touchdown Bills. 16-7 ball game. I saw that one coming. Not the run I'm talking about the touchdown. Either way, so it's either going to be Josh Allen passing it or it's going to be someone running it. But either way, I saw that one. And we'll see what we can brew on offense here. Oh, that was a nice little play. Gets him a 3-4 extra yards. We'll see what we can do. I might put Kenny Pickett in just to see what he can do. But at the same time, I don't want to put him in right now in an environment that is this heavy where I'm setting him up for failure. Like, I don't want to put him in a game like this where it's already kind of getting out of hand and then him come out and throw 2 or 3 picks and his morale go down. That's not what I want. So I kind of have to evaluate it and kind of go from there. We get an open guy there. It's George Pickens. He had a big game last game. We'll see if he can do anything this game. And despite the bad day on offense, he's only thrown 2 incompletions, and they both were interceptions. So he's in the same position that Allen is in, but he's only thrown 1 incompletion, which was an interception. That's the difference in this one between the quarterback battles. Josh Allen has also thrown, 150 yards already. It's insane. And we get that one out, and Miller is able to catch that one at the 48-yard line. We're going to have a 3rd and 1 here. We're going to have to try to get this one to at least the 49. And we're not able to. Well, we do, actually. We get it to 49, but it's still 4th and inches. We're going to have to go for it again. Like I said, you can't beat the Bills, and we're gonna quarterback sneak it again. That worked last time. Oh, they bunch in on this one. They're ready for it. We get it, though, to the 50. I want to run one more. I want to run one more play. We don't get to. It goes to the 2-minute warning. You can't beat the Bills. Not that we're going to, but you can't beat the Bills playing conservative. It just doesn't work. It won't work. You got to play aggressive, especially at their house. You got to try to take that momentum out as much as you can. That was a bad throw, and it scared me. That was inaccurate. That wasn't user error. That was inaccurate from good old Trubisky here. We throw that one down at the feet and just nothing on that one. Now it's 3rd and 10. Now you're in a real bad position. You got to convert here. Got to convert. You want this game to stay competitive, you got to convert. We'll get it out to Najee, and he's going to be able to get it across the line and get a first down at the 39. And that's what we need. We have to convert. if he comes in here, I'm going to let him run a zig. He's not. And we throw out to Pickens, and he's able to get it, and he gets it down to the 25-yard line. And we're going to run a little bit hurry-up offense here and see if we can catch him off guard on a bad play. And we are. We get the block, and we get it inside the red zone with Najee Harris. And now's when it starts turning up a little bit. You've got to start playing. You got to, I mean, a little conservative, but also aggressive. We get that one out to Pickens, and he's able to make the catch and get it down to the 12-yard line. We're just going to have to throw that one away. They were coming in hot and heavy from the get-go. We just had to fill that one out. We'll try to run a little slip screen here again. Oh, man. This is hard. We get it out to Najee, and he's going to be able to get it to the 9-yard line, and we have to use one of our timeouts. You want this game to stay competitive. In order for it to stay competitive, you got to score a touchdown here. I don't see it staying competitive, really, if you don't score a touchdown. Kind of a bad play call right here to run. Don't really like this. This is terrible. Yeah, this is awful. We're going to throw it away, and we're going to just take the field goal here. Oh, man, I can't even see where I'm kicking. I barely see it if I miss this. Okay, we put that one in the uprights, and we make it a 10-17 ball game. Couldn't see where I was kicking there. Really can't. I mean, that meter is just so small. Like, you could kind of see here a little bit more. That's because you have the backdrop and the fans and all of that. But there on that kick, you couldn't really see it. We were able to get it, though, and make it a 10-17 ball game. And I'm curious to see if they're going to try anything here. I am going to push my guys down the field just a little bit in case they do try something, which they're not. They're just going to run it. And that will probably be the last play of the half, and it is. We go into the halftime with a deficit of 7. It's 10-17 Buffalo. And they ran, looks like we've had more offensive snaps than them. They have had way more passing yards, so they have torched us on passing here in this one. I do want to run it. I want to run it better. I really do. I need to run because I don't want to throw any more picks and give them any more momentum. We obviously need to defend the medium pass because that's what he's going after there. We do get the ball. Oh, no, we don't. We got the ball in the first half. I remember that now. We kick off to them. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as they kneel in the end zone there. It's very, I mean, it's still a competitive ball game. Depending on how this drive goes, he broke some tackles there, but he kind of got pushed back there as well. Depending on how this drive goes, might not be a competitive ball game anymore, but as of now, it is still a competitive game. I don't know how Singletary, I don't know. This game is so weird sometimes. I mean, you have running backs that can just knock the wind out of linebackers, but it is what it is, I guess. And he makes the catch on that one. We are going to make some adjustments here on defense because I think we need them pretty badly. Cornerback matchup by overall, tackling conservative. And I think ball in the air, you just got to swat it. I mean, yeah, I want to play aggressive. I know that. But at the same time, I want to make tackles. I don't want them to spring open big runs and all of this. I just want to wrap up. And make tackles. We're playing in a hard atmosphere here. I couldn't get the word on what I was trying to say, but we're playing in a hard atmosphere here. It's not going to be easy. And if Josh Allen is sitting here running it like no other, and Stephon Diggs can't make the catch. And that's twice now. Like, look at this crazy stuff, man. Like, Josh Allen is just over here running laps in the backfield and not getting sacked. Like, they're holding the blocks, they're holding. He makes a throw there, almost gets it completed. And he made a completion like that earlier where he took it down. He took it around the backfield, ran 5 laps around my defensive lineman almost, and then somehow busted it out and made like 30-yard line. I mean, a 30-yard catch. And Gabe Davis, 30-yard pass is what I meant to say. Gabe Davis drops that one there. 2 drops, and now that leads to a punt. That's what we need. I think their first punt of the game. Let it go in the end zone. What are you doing? I don't know what he was doing, and that's just awful. That was just awful. I don't know what my returner was doing. What are you doing, Austin? Come on. Like, he's all the way down. Like that. No returner, I mean, should be stupid enough to do that. Like, you know, it's going to drop at the 3-yard line. Let it drop. If it somehow goes back to the 1-yard line and doesn't go in the end zone, and they get it and place you at the 1-yard line, okay, big deal, 3 yards more back. But at least give it an opportunity. I mean, you have an opportunity to come out to the 25-yard line versus the 3-yard line or 1-yard line, even if it goes back. Just let it happen. Now, granted, I should have went to the right side of the field. Maybe I could have busted something up the right side of the field. But I mean, he already made the bad enough decision there, and that was to field the ball. You should have let it go in the end zone. I mean, we get brought down at the 4. This drive, from that happening right there, I can already tell this drive is not going anywhere. It's not. I'll be surprised if I can move it 1 yard. None of these plays are good. We're probably going to get a safety here. Well, we're able to at least get something there. And we make it a possibility that we can convert. George Pickens over the middle, and we get him. At the 18-yard line, he's down for a 1st and 10. That's what we needed right there. And Anthony's able to make the catch as well. And now we got ourselves a drive here. We'll see what we can do as the play clock runs down. And Najee's able to push it up to the 31. I want to kind of make this a long drive and make their defense tired. Oh, man. They are able to get this sack and push us down to the 17. And that's why I want them to get tired. They are running all over this field, and they are making us pay. And we're able to get that one out to Anthony, and he gets the first down. Let's go. I thought about running it, then I thought about throwing it. Good thing I chose to throw it. I'm going to let him go to the right side of the field, actually, if he would, but he won't. He's going to push it up to the 47 on the truck there. That was a nice little truck, too. And let's go formation, and let's make a substitution here. And let's get Haskins in. We haven't got to bring him in yet. See him run. Benny Snell, we could get him involved a little bit too. And Haskins, he's going to have a very good run on his first run of the game, and it's going to bring it down to the 39-yard line. Am I saying Haskins? I'm thinking of the Titans running back. My bad. Myles Gaskin is who I'm trying to talk about. We're going to let him run it one more time here before we take him out. And he gets caught up a little bit there, going to the right and to the left. Still a decent run. We'll let Harris come back on the field. I'd like to get some of these other running backs involved for at least a play or two, see if they can spring something out. Fairmouth gets that one, and he brings it down to the 33. Now we need something else, Bruin. That's the same exact play. We'll run this one. We're going to have to run this one. Can he get it? He does, and he's able to hang on to it as well and go down at the 29-yard line. I was worried there. We'll let this one be the end of the third and go into the fourth. I was worried there that he might fumble that, but thankfully he was able to hold on to that one there. With 3 defenders on him as well. That's very, very hard to do. Especially as a quarterback. We hand this one off to Harris, and he's able to spring it to the left side of the field and get down at the 22 on a 6-yard carry. We'll give it to him again. And we've had this defense on the field now over 5 minutes, and I want to make them exhausted. And Harris is able to spring another run downfield, and he gets this one down to the 8. Now I think that fatigue is starting to set in as I'm going to substitute Benny Snell in. And we're going to let him have a run here. And he's able to get it down to the 4-yard line. We're going to keep him in for a passing play here. And that one was bad from the start. I'm just going to throw that one away so that we can still have an opportunity here. We're going to let Najee Harris come back on the field, and we're going to let him run it. We're going to run a recent play here. We're going to let him run it. We have a hole right there if we can keep it. If we can keep it. And we kind of keep it for the most part, and we get it down to the 2. And now is decision time. Do you go for it? I think we have to. I kind of want to go QB sneak. I'll see how they line up against the FB drive or dive. I don't know what's going on in my vocabulary today. I guess we'll run this one. And we hand it off to our fullback, and he's nowhere close to getting it, and it's going to be a turnover on downs at the 3-yard line. And that is very unfortunate there. We'll see if our defense can get a stop. We kept our defense on the field for a pretty good bit, so if our defense can get a stop, I like our chances of scoring. And now they're running the clock down on us as well. And they're able to get that one out. And they get that one down to about the 20-yard line. That was a little glitchiness there. Isaiah McKenzie making that catch. I don't know if our defense is going to be able to stop them. Oh, yeah. Highsmith was there. See, that's exactly what I talk about, though. Highsmith was there for a tackle for loss. That was going to be a very beautiful tackle for loss. I mean, you're talking 3 yards. But somehow, this is what I'm talking about, too. Singletary somehow just manhandles, a linebacker. Like he's Derrick Henry going up against a Pee-wee football player, and he throws him to the side and just continues to run. Makes no sense, but it's Madden 23. And Gabe Davis gets that one at the 29-yard line. And they're looking at a 3rd and 1. Probably going to convert here. And he faked us. He really faked us on that one. Terrell Edmonds comes in. Josh Allen faked us out where I thought the running back had it. And they're probably going to go down the field and end this ball game, unfortunately. We had a chance all the way down on the goal line. Couldn't convert. And it looks like we're unfortunately going to probably lose this one here unless a miracle happens. But with our corners standing and watching the receivers catching the football, you know, buy tickets to the game. And he makes that catch as well. And I think it's over now because they're already in field goal range. You know, we can pretty much play pretty aggressive here. I mean, we need a miracle to happen. Miles Jack comes in on that one with some heat. Almost brings Allen down, but just didn't have enough to. And it's the 2-minute warning in this one. And I will go ahead, if we do get the ball back, I will play Kenny Pickett just to see what he can do. Only because I know this one's already over. Just wanted to kind of see what he can do for us. I'm trying to strip the ball out. Anything. Anything. We will call a timeout there just in case we're able to stop them. You never know. Don't like the odds, but you never know. Bills are a tough team to defeat as well. Very tough. And I might. And he's able to push that one. I thought he pushed that one in. Yeah, I guess not. We are going to play goal line D right here. Well, first we're going to have to call a timeout. Then we're going to play goal line D. But I think I am going to increase the quarter length just a little bit because I feel like this has to be a run. If they do anything other than a run, this is crazy. And we stop them. And now, if we can block the kick, if they go for the kick and we can block the kick, we might still have a chance at this one. We don't get to block the kick, and they are going to get that kick off. And it goes through the uprights. And I will put Kenny in. We haven't seen him all season. This is going to be his first play is coming up of the season, of his rookie career in the regular season. And he's about to take the field. Yeah, but I think I am going to increase the quarter length. Feel like the scores is a little low. Stats is a little low. We'll see what we can do with Kenny Pickett here. This is going to be his first throw. I don't like to put him in this environment, but I want to see what the kid can do. And his first pass is a completion. And it's a 12-yard completion. And that's a completion as well to Austin. And now we'll see what he can do on the final play of the game. And he gets that one off, but he gets sacked. And that's ball game. Bills take this one 20-10. Steelers fall to 2-3. Bills go up to 4-1. This would have been a good win if we could have got it. But unfortunately, we just didn't play good enough. We had those 2 picks as well. Set them up for that field goal. This could have potentially been a different ball game if we didn't have those turnovers. Our quarterback was pressured a lot as well. Bills take this one on us. Looking at the player stats really quick here. Mitch Trubisky, 16 for 23, 2 interceptions. Kenny Pickett went 2 for 3, 22 yards. You have Najee Harris here. He's at 67 yards on the game, 1 touchdown. Anthony Miller here had 59 yards, 49 yards for George Pickens, 14 yards for Najee, 24 yards on 1 reception for Chase Claypool, and that was that big 3rd down reception as well. Hail out a sack, Okafor. And then we had a pick with Terrell Edmonds. He had a pretty good game, 6 tackles. Wormley had a sack. And then T.J. Watt, he played pretty good. I mean, he had 1 tackle for loss, not anything super outstanding. But that will do it for this one, guys. I will see you guys in the next week of Steelers franchise, where we go and take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be a good one. I believe they've had a pretty good, successful season so far. They're currently sitting at 4-1. So we'll see what we can do against them. Hopefully move up to 3-3. This has been your boy Tan Smooth saying, peace.